Have you ever just, sat and wondered about the really big questions like, who are we? Where did we actually come from? And who, or maybe what, is the ultimate creator behind, well, everything?
It's the fundamental stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. And Hollywood actor Morgan Freeman, he certainly thought about it. He went on this amazing global journey for his documentary, The Story of God, talking to religious leaders, scientists.
A really genuine quest for answers.
Totally. But it seems like in the end, some of those huge questions were still kind of left hanging.
They remained elusive, yeah.
So today, we're doing our own deep dive. We've got a stack of sources here: YouTube debates, bits from the Bible, the Quran, Hindu texts like the Puranas and Gita, the Vedas, the Guru Granth Sahib.
Wide range.
And we're looking at them to the lens of teachings from Sant Rampalji Maharaj, which claim to tie it all together. The mission, basically, is to see if we can pick up where Morgan Freeman's journey paused and explore this comprehensive explanation of creation that these sources say bridges the gaps.
It's a bold claim, suggesting a unified thread through all these diverse texts.
It really is. So let's unpack it. Morgan Freeman's core questions were, simple but deep. Are we all really from just one man and one woman? And what do different faiths actually teach about how the universe started?
He seemed genuinely perplexed by that idea of a single origin couple for billions of people.
Yeah, he said it was hard to believe, but true. He was wrestling with it. Who are we? Where did we come from? Who made all this?
And what's fascinating, looking back at his journey through these sources, is his sincerity. He was really searching.
Definitely.
But the answers he got, well, often they seem to lack that deep, cohesive scriptural backing, or maybe they were interpreted in ways that didn't fully connect. It makes you ask, why were these fundamental questions so hard to pin down?
Good point. So his search started with the Christian view, right? He went to Italy, the Vatican even, met Monsignor Marcelo Sanchez Sorondo, a papal science guy.
Right, and they talked about Genesis versus the Big Bang.
What came out of that, according to the sources?
Well, the Monsignor apparently suggested that Genesis isn't really treated as a science book anymore, not literally. And the Big Bang, well, that's not creation in the theological sense, because we don't know what, if anything, came before it.
So the Catholic Church view he encountered was more metaphorical, less literal history.
That seems to be the takeaway presented, kind of harmonizing faith and science, suggesting God is sort of the timeless initiator, but Genesis isn't a blow-by-blow historical account for them now.
Okay, that makes a certain kind of sense. But then Morgan Freeman met an astronomer priest, Father Giuseppe Tanzella-Nitti.
Yes.
And this priest said God is beyond space and time, and creation is ongoing. But Morgan Freeman seemed to walk away thinking God is space and time. And formless.
And that's a really crucial point of divergence noted in these sources, because while Morgan Freeman concluded formless, the Bible itself, Genesis 1 verses 26-27, says pretty clearly, then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness."
In our image. That definitely implies a form, doesn't it?
It certainly suggests it. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. For many believers, that's quite literal. Plus, you have the whole Genesis account. Creation in 6 days, rest on the seventh. That structure is very concrete.
So a real contrast there between the interpretation Morgan Freeman seemed to reach and what the text actually says, at least on the surface.
Exactly. A potential misinterpretation highlighted by Sant Rampalji Maharaj's analysis.
Okay, moving on. Morgan Freeman also went to Turkey, looking into the Islamic perspective. He spoke with an Islamic scholar who described the universe starting from a large smoke cloud. Sounds pretty epic. But the interesting thing highlighted here is that the scholar didn't actually refer to the Holy Quran during that explanation.
Which is striking, isn't it? For such a foundational question about creation, you'd expect the core scripture to be front and center.
Right. Why wouldn't it be?
Well, Sant Rampalji Maharaj points out that the Quran itself, in Surah Al-Furqan 25, ayats 52-59, actually does talk about creation. It mentions the 6-day creation and the 7th-day rest, similar to the Bible.
Okay, so the information is there in the Quran.
It seems so, according to this analysis. But even more than that, the source material highlights something remarkable. The Quran's knowledge giver apparently says he doesn't have the complete knowledge and advises Prophet Muhammad to seek out a Ba-Khabar.
A Ba-Khabar. What's that?
A fully knowledgeable saint, essentially. Someone who has the complete spiritual wisdom. And incredibly, the source claims the Quran also identifies the creator as Kabir.
Wait, Kabir, like the name Kabir.
Yes. That specific name, a detail that, according to Sant Rampalji Maharaj, is monumental but often completely overlooked.
Wow. Okay, that is huge. So the text itself points towards needing more knowledge from a specific kind of guide and names the creator.
That's the assertion made in these teachings, yeah.
Yeah. This brings us back to Morgan Freeman, puzzling over that Adam and Eve idea, billions from just two people. He struggled, but kind of accepted it.
And Sant Rampalji Maharaj actually draws a line connecting this across faiths. He points out that in Jainism, their first Tirthankar, Rishabdev, or Adinath, is identified with Baba Adam.
Interesting connection.
And of course, Judaism, Islam, Christianity, they all see Adam as the first man. But here's the crucial clarification from Sant Rampalji Maharaj's perspective. Believing Adam and Eve were the only start, the progenitors of all humans in all universes, that's presented as a major misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding.
Or, as the teachings put it, a deception, perpetuated by a figure called Kal Brahm, this powerful sort of deceptive entity, maybe analogous to Satan in some ways.
Kal Brahm. Okay, so this hints at a much bigger, more complex story than just one couple.
Exactly, a story that goes way beyond our usual understanding.
Which leads us to Morgan Freeman's stop in India, in Varanasi. He talked to a historian about the Hindu view.
Cycles of creation, Brahma as the creator deity, the whole cyclical time concept, the yugas.
Right. But the historian admitted it's complex, maybe only truly understood by deep meditators, not easily grasped by everyone. Even within Hinduism, the full picture seemed fuzzy.
And that's a key insight Sant Rampalji Maharaj focuses on. Even the divine figures within their own stories seem to lack the full picture. He cites the Srimad Devi Bhagwat Purana, where Brahma himself tells Narada, basically, I don't know how creation started, go ask Vishnu. But then the text describes Vishnu as being unconscious, in a deep sleep.
So Brahma doesn't know Vishnu's asleep.
It suggests, according to this interpretation, that even these primary creator-sustainer figures weren't fully aware of the ultimate origin, or even their own.
And how does that connect back?
Remember the Bible verse, Genesis 3, let us make a man, and Abraham meeting 3 men in Genesis 18.
Yeah.
Sant Rampalji Maharaj identifies these us, or the 3 men, as Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, the Hindu trinity. Powerful deities, yes, but serving a higher father.
The father being
Brahm, who Sant Rampalji Maharaj identifies as this same Kal or Satan figure. A being who, as the Gita says in chapter 7, verse 24, never reveals his true form.
Okay, so we have Morgan Freeman hitting these walls, getting incomplete answers. We have scriptural hints across religions, the Bible, Quran, Hindu texts pointing to something more, but maybe misinterpreted or obscured.
Exactly. It sets the stage for needing a different key, perhaps.
Which is where Sant Rampalji Maharaj comes in, saying the true, complete story of creation is that master key. Found, he claims, primarily in something called the Sukshma Veda or Kabir Sagar, but echoed and supported in all the other holy books.
Right. This true story, as presented, starts way before Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. It begins with the ultimate supreme god, Param Akshar Brahm, also called Kabir Dev.
Kabir Dev, the same name mentioned in the Quran reference earlier.
The very same, existing alone initially in a supreme spiritual realm called Anamilok. Then he created other eternal realms, Agamlok, Alaklok, Satlok, purely spiritual, eternal places.
Okay, these are like higher dimensions.
Essentially, yes. Realms beyond the physical or astral. In Satlok, Kabir Dev created 16 islands, 16 divine sons, just by the power of his word. One son, Akint, was tasked with more creation and created Akshar Purush.
Akshar Purush.
This being then falls into a deep sleep in a divine lake, Mansarovar. To wake him up, Kabir Dev creates an egg, puts a soul in it, sends it into the lake. The egg bursts, and out comes Kashar Purush.
Kashar Purush.
Also known as Jyoti Niranjan, or Brahm. This is the being who later becomes known as Kal, the one who asked for his own universes.
Ah, okay, so this is the origin of that Kal Brahm figure.
According to this narrative, yes.
And this is where our universe, this temporary setup, begins.
Precisely. Kal Brahm wanted his own kingdom. He did immense penance, 70 yugas, then 64 yugas. Unimaginable timescales.
And asked Kabir Dev for what?
For 21 universes and souls to live in them, and here's the kicker, connecting directly to us.
Yeah.
The sources say many souls in Satlok, including us, got fascinated by Kal's intense penance.
We were watching him.
Apparently. We developed an attachment, despite Kabir Dev warning against it. We chose to come with Kal.
We chose. Wow, that puts a different spin on things.
Doesn't it? So Kabir Dev then creates a female form, Durga, also called Prakriti, or Maya, from the first soul that chose Kal. All the other souls, us included, were placed within her.
So Durga is like the primordial mother of the souls in these universes.
In this context, yes. Then Kal and Durga were expelled to these 21 universes, but things went wrong. Kal, overcome by lust, attacked Durga. She hid inside him. Kabir Dev intervened, pulled her out, and cursed Kal.
Cursed him out.
Decreed he'd be known as Kal, time and death. Destined to consume 100,000 human bodies daily, but also create 125,000. A cycle of birth and death.
And the Trinity Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh.
They are born from the union of Kal, also called the Sadaship in this context, and Durga, Kriti. Brahma gets Rajogun, creation passion. Vishnu gets Sattvagun, preservation goodness. Mahesh gets Tamagun, destruction darkness. They become the managers of these lower realms.
And the Puranas mention Durga as Tridev Janani, mother of the three gods.
Exactly. The Shiv Purana and Devi Bhagwat Purana are cited as corroborating that detail.
Okay, so this whole narrative paints a picture of Kal running these 21 universes, keeping his own identity secret.
Very much so. He assigned roles to the Trinity, gave them their qualities. Then there's this symbolic story of the Sagarmanthan, the churning of the ocean. Kal supposedly hid the complete Vedas in the ocean.
Hid them? Why?
To control the knowledge, presumably. Durga later gives fragmented Vedas to Brahma. Brahma reads them, sees mention of a Param Akshar Brahm, a supreme god above even Kal, and realizes there's more to the story.
Ah, so even Brahma got curious.
Right. He, Vishnu, and Mahesh all tried to find their father, Kal, but Kal had vowed not to appear to them. Brahma lied about seeing him, got cursed. Vishnu had a run-in with Sheshnag. Shiva sought immortality through meditation.
And their wives, Savitri, Lakshmi, Uma.
Durga manifested them, again on Kal's instruction, to marry the three deities, ensuring the cycle continues within Kal's domain.
It's an incredibly detailed story, almost fantastical. You can see why someone might struggle with it compared to, say, just the Big Bang.
Absolutely. And Sant Rampalji Maharaj addresses that directly using the analogy of a magician.
A magician. How does that fit?
Well, think about it. A stage magician can make things appear, disappear, transform instantly, right? Seemingly breaking the laws of physics as we know them.
Yeah, illusion. Sleight of hand.
But the point is, they achieve effects science struggles to replicate instantly. If a human can do that with limited power, what about the ultimate creator? Sant Rampalji Maharaj suggests that what seems impossible to science is just a glimpse of the power of Adhyatam, the spiritual realm.
So Adhyatam operates by different rules.
That's the idea. Science can make a plastic bottle, sure, but it needs factories, processes. A skilled magician might produce one instantly. But can science create an orange from scratch right now? Not even close. Spiritual power, Adhyatam, is presented as being able to manifest, heal, transform in ways beyond our current scientific grasp. Everything in Kal's realm, even what science makes, is temporary.
Okay, I see the analogy. It reframes what we consider possible. So, if this story, this knowledge, has supposedly been around, hinted at in all these scriptures, why isn't it common knowledge? Why the confusion Morgan Freeman found?
Sant Rampalji Maharaj calls it the patan, the decline or fall of true Sanatani worship. Because people lacked the full story of creation, they started worshiping the aspects Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, or other deities instead of the supreme god, Kabir Dev. They were worshiping the managers, not the owner, essentially.
Which brings us back to that need for a Bakabar from the Quran, or the Tattvadarshi Sant mentioned in the Gita.
Exactly. The need for a guide who has the complete knowledge. And Sant Rampalji Maharaj in these sources is presented as being that figure for the current age, the one revealing this hidden unity.
And he doesn't just say it, he offers historical proof. People who supposedly met Kabir Dev.
That's a major part of the evidence presented. Figures from across different traditions. Dani Dharmdas, for instance, a devotee of Rama and Krishna, who apparently met Kabir directly and wrote down the creation story in the Kabir Sagar.
Okay, who else?
Guru Nanak Dev, founder of Sikhism. The claim is he met Kabir, was shown Satlok, and praised Kabir in his writings, his Vanani. Then you have Hindu saints like Dadu Dayal, Malukdas Gisadas.
And beyond India?
Figures like Rumi, the Sufi poet, Sheikh Farid, Jamheshwarji from the Bishnoi tradition, even Hazrat Musa, Moses, Ibrahim Adam Sultan, Garib Dashji, Timur Lang. The list is quite extensive.
Wow. So the claim is all these diverse figures encountered the same ultimate reality, the same creator, Kabir Dev.
That's the assertion, that they all received this true knowledge and recognized Kabir as the supreme god, the liberator, the Bandi Chad mentioned even in the Rig Veda. It suggests a consistent underlying truth that cuts across religious boundaries.
So if we circle back to Morgan Freeman's quest, This perspective offers very direct answers, doesn't it? The creator identified as Kabir Dev, creation detailed from the highest realms down to Kalal's universes, the Trinity, Adam and Eve's place in it.
It lays out a complete narrative, drawing connections between seemingly disparate scriptural points.
And the argument is that all the holy books, Bible, Quran, Vedas, Guru Granth Sahib, secretly point to this same unified truth, a truth Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj claims to have unveiled.
A truth intended to unite, which was something Morgan Freeman seemed to be searching for as well.
Absolutely. So this deep dive has certainly given us a unique framework, claiming to unlock secrets hidden across so many traditions. Whether you're just trying to get your head around different spiritual ideas or you're deeply invested in one path, it definitely offers, well, some aha moments perhaps.
It challenges conventional interpretations, that's for sure.
It really does. And it leaves you with a pretty provocative thought to chew on. If these claims about creation are accurate, if our sacred texts do secretly align in this way, what else might we be missing? What other truths about our own existence, our real purpose here in this huge, complex universe, might be waiting just beneath the surface?